Abraham, I want to thank you for providing the tools to resurrect my life. I came from a place that seemed impossible, and the tools that you provided helped me work my way through many difficulties, and it's transformed my life. And it feels really good to see it in action. And I feel like I'm on my way to marvelous abundance, ultimate health, great relationships, and just loving everyone on this planet.
Knowing that you're on the way makes it unimportant where you are right now, doesn't it?
Perhaps so, yeah. Knowing that you're always...
Well, we can't help but go for it.
Yeah. I see...
Well, think about that. In other words, if I know that I can get to anywhere I want to be, doesn't that take the sting out of not yet being there?
Yes, it does.
And when you realize you're not ever going to get it done, doesn't it make you not want to eat all of the meals today?
Usually. What I'm trying to understand how the mind stores vibrations.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Your brain is not a storage cabinet. Even what you call memory, it's not a filing system. It's a transmitting and receiving mechanism. And so the active vibration is the point of the retrieval system. And it retrieves from past, present, or future. So let's say you had a wonderful day and you know it. And you wrote positive aspects about it, and you were tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you felt great. And you went to bed and you set a segment intending for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be wonderful also. And you went to sleep in that vibration of well-being. Now, you've been practicing it for a while. That's why you were able to do that. So you woke up, and that was the vibration that was most active within you. And because that was what was most active within you, when you woke up, you started thinking pleasant thoughts. While you were dreaming, you had pleasant dreams, because everything is coming from that point of attraction. In other words, you're feeling very good, and your point of attraction is represented in almost everything that you see around you. But then let's say, because you are multifaceted, you've lived a big life, you've got lots going on, you didn't just start living today, and you just didn't start vibrating today, you have other things that have been active in your vibration before. You're driving down the street feeling pretty darn good, and you witness something that gets you to pondering. Now, when you started pondering it, if you were sensitive the way you were feeling, you could tell you just turned your canoe into resistance. Yes. You were no longer going with the flow with this thought that was inspired by something you saw. But you've learned to tolerate a little fluctuation in your vibration, so you didn't pay any attention to it. You allowed yourself to go with the flow, so to speak, of that negative thought. And in doing so, it got a little stronger, and it got a little stronger until you're really remembering some things, and you're starting to not feel so good. You're getting sort of stirred up about it. Right. Now you have a different point of attraction going on. So the thing we want to point out is that that could have been something that happened 20 years ago.
It was. It activated an old vibration in me.
So as it's activated now, in this new day that was mostly feeling good, and because now you care about how you feel, when you felt yourself starting to go against the flow into resistance, you might have the clarity to stop and say, wait a minute, what am I doing? That was then. This is now. I know better now. If I knew then what I knew now, that wouldn't have even happened. Yes. And you turn yourself back around and you hardly miss a beat. But so what? Maybe you don't get turned around. Maybe you go with it and you think about it and you brood about it. So that night when you go to bed, you're not that bright and shiny being that you were. And you try to think happy thoughts before you go to sleep, but this is really stuck in your vibrational craw. And when you dream that night, you have a bad dream. Maybe it even represents that. Maybe it's even blatantly about that. And you wake up and you say, oh man, I should feel good. But now law of attraction isn't giving you those happy, fluffy thoughts that you had so readily available yesterday, right, because you got a different vibration going on. So what do? Kill yourself now? No. In your wisdom, you say, I have control. And I know that it may take me a few days to get back into that vibe, and it may take 5 minutes to get back into that vibe, but I know what to do. I have books full of tools to help me to clean up my vibration. You've got control over which way you go. And of course, you get our point that the sooner you catch it and the sooner you turn it, the easier it is. The universe, especially those who live closest to you, always cooperate with your expectations.
They do.
So our answer to you is you just keep working it out and working it out and working it out. And please get to the place where you never say, I will finally once and for all get it all worked out. Please don't hold yourself to the standard that says, I must have only pleasant thoughts about all things and I will never have negative emotion again. Please don't put a happy face sticker on your gas gauge because you don't want to see an empty tank. In other words, let the indications serve you, and don't be unhappy about negative emotion. Just let it let you know where you've set into the stream, and then set forth a determination to at least go with the flow and try to feel as good as you can. And before you know it, you're going to feel so much freer and lighter about everything. When Esther looks at her life, she can hardly believe that she has ever a reason to ever complain about anything. In other words, when she looks at her life, it is unbelievably magnificent. And sometimes she embarrasses herself by finding some nitpicking thing that she's bothered about. And we say, don't be embarrassed about wanting improvement on all fronts all the time. Just don't hold anybody else responsible for it. You have the improvement factor within you, only within you.
Yes.
Good.
I think we've addressed my needs. Thank you for teaching me to surf contrast. I am complete.